We've changed the word diet to mean temporary alteration to your normal eating pattern in order to fit into some outfit for a special occasion. But that definition doesn't work. I don't want to be a vegetable. That's my answer. That's my final answer. I do not want to be a vegetable. Hi, I'm Eric Edmeades, and this is my Rapid Fire with Mindvalley. Oh, people don't fail at diets. Diets fail people. People are going out there to try to improve their health, and then somebody gives them a bunch of impossible rules, often based on terrible science, and they don't work on their psychology. So in other words, we come along and say, take away all the stuff that you've linked up pleasure to, and add in a bunch of stuff that you don't really like, and then use willpower to make that change. What we have to do is change our relationship with food, not go on a diet. I would have to say that the biggest lie that food manufacturers made us believe is that they care about us. Food manufacturers are competing for a percentage of your plate so that they can boost their profits. They're not in it for you, they're in it for them. They are on the side of their shareholders. They are doing everything they can to get you to eat more food than you need to eat. That's the biggest lie that food manufacturers tell us. I was in pain. I was sick. I was carrying all this extra weight. I had all these symptoms. And one day I tried a little food experiment. And 30 days later, I'd lost 30 pounds, 35 pounds. All my symptoms were gone. I was off all these medications. And I was astounded. And you know what I was most astounded by? I actually spoke to one of my doctors and I said to my doctor, like, how long did you go to medical school for? And he told me he'd been in medical school for like 6 years. And then I said, and how much of that time did you spend studying food and nutrition? And he said none. And he was just as surprised as me. But then when people started asking me and they started asking for my coaching and asking for my help, I would tell them what to do. I'd say, eat less of this and eat more of that. But then they wouldn't do it. Like they wouldn't do it. And I began to realize that one of the problems with diets is that when they're based on rules and they're based on willpower, they're based on failure. And so I started studying behavioral sciences. I started studying behavioral change. And once I unlocked that piece, once I knew that I could actually help somebody change their relationship with food so that they didn't have to use willpower, then I knew it was time for me to get it out to the world. Wildfit is like 50% nutritional education and 50% behavioral change psychology. And that 50% of behavioral change psychology is what sets Wildfit apart, no matter what your food dogma is. So if somebody wants to be a vegetarian, or somebody wants to be a meat eater, or somebody wants to go and eat, some other diet, the fact of the matter is that psychology is a huge part of the issue. Changing their relationship with food, being able to master their hungers, understand their hungers, master their cravings, all of that stuff matters no matter what food they ultimately want to eat. So when vegetarians come in and do Wildfit, they may not take on some of the advice that we offer relative to animal products, but they're still very capable of using the food psychology principles in Wildfit to their benefit. I don't know. Flying would be so cool. Like, how cool, but if you weren't invincible and then you crashed while you're flying, that would be terrible. So I'm gonna have to go with, time travel. There it is. That's the superpower I want, time travel. The truth is, my absolute favorite cuisine, my favorite experience is when I'm out in the bush in Africa and we're cooking on the fire. We've got some root vegetables in the fire, we've got some fresh meat on the fire. That's probably like the highlight for me. That's the meal that I would look forward to the most.